Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm in the kitchen, and today I am making white chocolate Biscoff Blondies. White chocolate Biscoff Blondies. White chocolate Biscoff Blondies. Let's get into it. All right, we are gonna start off on the scale in my big bowl here. I don't want to pull out a mixer because I don't want to, so yeah, scale and spoon. Going into our bowl here with 200 grams. Y'all, honestly, I think I'm gonna do 250 grams. But 200 grams of all-purpose flour. That's what we're going in the bowl with. Okay, we're gonna do 225 grams of all-purpose flour. I'm going for a really gooey texture, so I have a bunch of eggs here, and that's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 200 or 250. Normally I would just use one egg, but today I'm using 3. So 225. Oh, I'm such a rookie. I need to get my baking soda. Okay, baking soda, baking powder. Baking powder, I'm going in with 14 grams. Well, this whole package was 15 grams, so 15 grams. And then 7 grams of baking soda. I keep forgetting stuff. So 7 grams of salt. If you're using salted butter, then don't add the 7 grams of salt, just use the salt from your butter. But I'm not using salted butter, so 7 grams of salt. Sea salt, as always, for me. To those of you that watched the live yesterday, thank you so much for watching. It was such a pleasure getting to talk to some of you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Also, we have a website, aaroninthekitchen.com. If you want to check out any of the recipes on the channel or future recipes, because you never know, I might update the website first. Check it out, aaroninthekitchen.com. See you there. Okay, next thing going into our bowl. I'm digging in here with this spoon because I'm gonna use this spoon to mix everything anyway. 200 grams of brown sugar. It is almost back to baking season, and I am very excited for the big bakery that is coming back to the channel. Okay, I'm gonna zero it out. And I'm gonna go in with 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm using my homemade vanilla, so it is very strong. If you have a weaker vanilla, then use vanilla paste instead. But 2 teaspoons vanilla. You know, with your heart. Okay, that might have been too much heart right there, but you know, we're gonna go with it. It's a blondie. Next, I'm going in with 3 eggs that I broke every single one of my eggs, so there's that. Okay, we are done with the scale at this point. Just gonna move my bowl over here so I can chop up my inclusions. Okay, so for inclusions, I am going to put in the batter, I'm gonna chop up 50 grams of Biscoff cookies. For the recipe, we're gonna use somewhere around 100 grams because we're gonna use half of this pack. So it's 200 grams in this pack. We're gonna use half this pack chopped up and placed inside of our batter, right? And then for decoration, we'll decorate the top with some of these. It'll be less than 100 grams, but set aside 100 grams. All right, just gonna chop up some cookies here. If you have a food processor, you could do this in a food processor. I also have a food processor. I'm just not doing it in a food processor because I want the pieces not so fine. I want them kind of like a little chunky, a little rustic. So I'm using a knife instead. All right. And that is gonna go in to our batter, our brownie batter. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with 180 grams of white chocolate. I'm using bars. Did you know outside of specialty shops here in Europe, we don't have things like chocolate chips? Like in the regular grocery store, that's not a thing. So if you were ever wondering why do I always use chocolate bars, that's why. Besides, you know, it being like a nice touch. So this dessert is pretty much entirely for me because Mr. Cameraman can't eat it. Our friends can't eat it, so I'm just gonna eat it. I'm gonna freeze it and eat it occasionally. But I'm making it for y'all, so y'all need to come over and have dinner, and then y'all eat this. And those are our inclusions. Rest of our batter, I'm just gonna mix it by hand. Oh, I said we were done with the scale. We are not done with the scale. I didn't add butter. Into our mixture, I'm gonna go in with 125 grams of butter. Now we're done with the scale. Okay, our blondie mixture. I'm gonna make sure I get the butter incorporated. But you can go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. These blondies are going to bake in 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. I'll err on the safe side and do 35 minutes. Because just like a brownie, you want your blondie to be gooey as well. All right, I'm just gonna spread our mixture out here. Okay, and for the top, we're gonna decorate with those reserve Biscoff cookies. I'm going to just set them in at an angle inside and let them bake that way at an angle. All right. Going into the oven, and I will see you all for the taste test. Hello, y'all. We are here for the taste test. Because this is silicone, I can do this. And just yank this piece out like this.
Wow. Wow.
It looks good. It smells good. Just going for an edge piece. Oh, but it's gooey. Okay, great. Very good. Not too sweet. It even has a crunch to it because of the Biscoff cookies inside of the batter. And it's subtly sweet. The main thing that's sweet in this are the white chocolate chunks. Just perfect, not too much. And it's gooey. It's gooey just like a brownie. Oh, For me, what do I rate this? It's a solid 9. It's a solid 9. If I were you, instead of cooking it for 35 minutes, I cook it for 30 minutes. If you want it more gooey, I want it slightly more gooey. This is like cakey gooey, but I want gooey gooey. Like that underbaked kind of look. But if you like yours like perfectly cakey and fluffy and delicious like this, perfect. Leave it at 35 minutes. But for me, that's why it's getting a 9. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Ciao.